In this video, I'll demonstrate how to make your own photo corners, which I think are better than the commercially available ones. I'll do a few variations for different applications. The design I'll follow is inspired by an information sheet published by New South Wales Museum of Applied Arts and Sciences Conservation Department, though I don't make them exactly the same, just inspired. I'll start by making some all-round smaller corners out of paper. It's easier to see the paper ones being made, and they're easier to make than plastic ones. I cut some acid-free paper in strips 10mm wide and roughly 100mm long. There's nothing special about 10mm wide, and you can make them smaller or larger. Too small and the photos might pop out as the pages bend when looking through the album, and too large and it'll cover too much of the photo. 100mm is longer than needed, and they will be trimmed to size at the end, but the extra length makes them easier to handle and thus make. You need 1.5 pieces of this paper per corner. If you need 8 corners, cut 12 strips of paper. The paper I'm using is Mohawk Superfine 118 GSM. The grain direction doesn't matter. Making these corners is very simple. I start by folding one end over diagonally so the piece of paper forms a right angle. Then I fold the other side over to form a point, and the two folded pieces lay next to each other. To make sure I fold it 90 degrees, I align the top edge of the strip of paper to a line on my cutting board with a perpendicular line roughly in the middle. So I can move the cutting mat around for the video, I use a smaller mat which I can rotate. In the information sheet, they put a piece of double-sided tape on each of the legs of the corner. I like to do it a bit differently. I glue a strip of paper on the back of the corner, joining the legs together. This makes the corner easier to apply, and I can put a piece of double-sided tape on the back, and there's no chance the adhesive could seep through the join of the corner sometime in the future. I cut the remaining strips of paper in half and glue these to the back of the corners. This paper doesn't go to the point of the corner, just far enough back so that it doesn't stick out past the edges of the corner. Once I've done this, I cut them all to the same width. I cut them to 30mm wide. 30mm happens to be the width of my larger ruler, which is convenient, and 30mm is large enough to make them easy to handle. Finally, I put a piece of double-sided tape on the back of each corner and they're ready to use. The tape is a conservation grade tape that uses an acrylic PSA or pressure sensitive adhesive, and the details are in the description. Next, I make a larger version with a notch cut out of the front. These I make from strips 30mm wide. Again, you can customize the size. I think this version is ideal for mounting items behind a mat for framing. The thin border of the corner can be hidden behind the mat. Since these shouldn't be seen if used for matting, I'm not too fussy about the width of the border and I cut them by eye. I get them even enough that even if you could see them, they'd have been fine. I was about to glue the same narrow strip of paper on the back when I wondered if I could use the triangles that got cut out of the front on the back. I decided they'd have been harder to glue because they're small, so I stayed with the 10mm wide strips of paper. These I can grip at one end, which can be glue free as it'll get trimmed off later. The final corners I'll make are made from clear plastic. I'm using 90 micron polypropylene. About this thickness is good, maybe a bit thinner is better, but not much thicker. I'll make them the same width as the first paper versions, so I cut strips of plastic 10mm wide. I'll make these on a black background to make them easier to see. The plastic is much harder to fold in a controlled manner than the paper. The plastic needs to be forcefully creased with a bone folder, and it does want to fold where it wants to rather than where you want it to fold. I did mess one up, but if I made another 80 of them, I'm sure the failure rate would drop a lot. I don't bother with a back strip with these. PVA wouldn't stick to the polypropylene, so I'd have to use the double-sided tape. I may as well just put the double-sided tape on the back and use that for attachment. If you are worried about the adhesive getting through that join, you could put the tape on each side, avoiding the join, like in the instruction sheet. I was very disappointed with the Lineco commercial corners, as they were hard to get off the backing and many of them fell apart. I think these DIY corners are easier to use and they look nicer as there's less of them visible outside the edges of the photos. You can see one of the advantages of using corners is that it's very easy to swap out photos when you change your mind. I know I said it in the last video, but I really will get back to books. If you're wondering what I'm up to, I do have a forum on my Patreon page called Dazza Days, where I regularly post some photos of what I'm working on or what the clouds look like. I've also enabled annual payments if you dislike monthly payments. Okay, until next time, cheerio.